What star sign are you? You probably know it, and you probably tell many friends about it or people when you first meet, or if you're exploring, compatibility or what you like. It's a way of identifying yourself. Yet in astrology, there's actually another sign that I find as important, if not more so, for really feeling good in ourselves, for nourishing ourselves, and for our relationships with others. And this is the moon. So I want to explore a little bit about this with you now. My name is Cassandra Punita James. This is one of my Courageous Living vlogs for you. And these are sort of the practical steps and ideas to really use to enhance your life, to step up, to step out, live broader, bigger, bolder, with more courage, and to share the gifts that you came with, the passions that you came with the world. So the moon, the moon, the sun, these other planets, there's many of them that orbit the sun in our solar system, and they have a huge magnetic field, and they affect us. Once we're born, when we separate from our mother, we are 90% water about at that time, so very impressionable. And the moon is very close to us and has a huge effect. You see it all the time. You see the tides on the ocean. You can see the tides of human emotions that happen when even the police talk about it. When I was in Sydney, the police would talk about it, that at full moon it's like party time and everyone goes a bit crazy. And if people are a bit mentally unstable, they used to call them, they'd say, oh, they're affected more by the moon. It's not just mentally unstable, but if they're more sensitive. And there was judgment in the previous eras about this, but the moon has a huge pull on the body, on the water in our body, on us, on the emotions, on how we feel. And when the moon is down to its smallest, when it's the new moon, when it's almost invisible, then this has a very different energy, and it's very quiet and interned. So we are affected by it, and knowing your moon can just give you some insight that makes so much difference. So I'll put a link below, and you can go and look up your moon. Moon changes signs every 2.5 days. So knowing the time, even approximately, when you were born can be helpful. Some days it won't make any difference, but some days the moon was changing signs. And we've been exploring this in my online membership, The Courageous Way. And the members in there were just saying how helpful it was once they understood their moon and what it needed. This was shifting some basic things that they were doing in their life. So once you know your moon, it relates to our relationship with our mother. It's the young part of us. It's sort of like if you think zero, newborn up to 2 years old. This very young, it's often, pre-verbal in that time and dependent. It's like how our mother totally nurtures us, hopefully, at that time and cares for us. And the moon is that element of real emotional nourishment. And though if we don't know what it is, and if you've got kids, this is like really important. You want to look up their moons, because we all need different types of nourishment. The moon is in 12 different signs. And although some of them are water, some air, some fire, and some earth, and there's similarities between those, what they need for nourishment does vary. So say if you look at a Taurus and a Capricorn, they're both an an earth sign. But a Taurus will want touch and maybe comforting food and a physical surroundings, where Capricorn has sort of taken the earth element and grown a bit further with it. So it's like really keen on projects and action and business, and it's like seeing a difference, making something happen. So although there's a concrete earth element aspect to both of these, they share it and explore it, and they need it in a different way. So once you know your moon, then the next thing it will make a difference with is in your relationships. Because when we're in relationships, apart from the first honeymoon part where it's all beautiful and dreamy and we're sort of cruising through that time on endorphins, then once it gets to be more of a like real and everyday relationship, we have to be able to be comfortable with the other person's moon, because what we will probably do is unconsciously, without telling them at all, expect the other person to take care of our moon. Now, if we know what our moon needs, we can take care of it ourselves. Doesn't mean we won't accept it from others, but we'll provide for it firstly. And then that makes the world of difference, because we're not putting pressure on another person. And suddenly it's like, we can just enjoy them for who they are. And we can feel good in ourselves because we know that we can take care of the core nourishing qualities that we need, the situation. And it makes a world of difference. So my moon's in Taurus and I travel a lot. So moon in Taurus likes sort of security and home and connections and loves good food and quality food. So when I'm traveling, I'm always finding like farmers markets and places to buy beautiful, organic, local food. And I love it. And I'm very happy eating restaurants on my own, or these days not so simply, but getting picnic stuff. And now, because I'm not traveling at the moment because of lockdown, I'll just go and explore a little bit. I might go to a market that I haven't been to before. I'll go to a farm shop that's new for me, something like this, or might connect to friends online because I can't see as many face to face. It's like we explore the different things, and whenever I travel, I make a little home wherever I am. I know that nourishes that aspect of me, and then my other aspects that like to, travel and move around and do new things can also live their parts. So exploring your moon is really super interesting. If you go into the link below, look up your moon, and there's a lot of other places you can. This is just one that I use. And explore that part of you and honor it and go, okay, what could I do in my life that would nourish that? Because sometimes we forget our moon, and then we can feel disappointed with others around us because somehow they, without even knowing what we need, are meant to provide that. So turn it around, nourish it yourself, increases your inner strength, and then improves your relationships, because anything coming from the outside then is a bonus. It's not essential. Have a lovely day. Do click the link below if you'd like to come and sign up if you haven't already signed up on my Facebook page, because I'm going to be sharing more Facebook Lives and other information there. And in November, from the 4th to the 8th of November, look out for this, because I am running a virtual retreat and online. It's free and it's not very much time each day, but it's a retreat to really nourish. I'll give you the exact details in the coming weeks, but basically it's a retreat to deeply nourish you and to stretch and to open up and to be able to bring more possibilities into your life and into your work. So that's coming in November. If you'd like that, make sure you're signed up on my Facebook page to see more dates coming. Look out for that. Have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Ciao.